Well, what can I say? You can look at it from two sides. I mean, is Barcelona a one-man team? I don't think so. Secondly, but any team in the world will miss the services of Leo Messi. So he's a wonderful player. For World Footballer of the Year, balls or trophies in a row. So hey, scored 80 goals in the year 2012. So what can I say? They're missing him, and it's going to tell. But I hope they'll bounce back. I'm sure they will.
So they are on level points with Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid are just 3 points behind them. It's looking like it's no more a runaway for Barcelona.
Well, it really never was going to be a runaway, especially with Real Madrid in the mix. I don't think they'll be particularly bothered about Atletico Madrid. But then, I mean, we're talking about their lots of 40 points and only a +2 goals difference between them. I think Barcelona's +35 goals difference, Atletico Madrid +33. So it's that tight. But what they'll be worried about is the perennial eternal rivals, Real Madrid, rolling up behind them. There was a time Barcelona had enjoyed as much as a 9-point gap over the eternal rivals. But right now, just 3 points behind, that will worry them. And then you have to take into cognizance this is a Real Madrid that is coping without the loss of Ronaldo much better than Barcelona is coping out without the loss of Messi.
Now, some key matches in the English Premiership. Manchester United is going to be hosting Newcastle. You're going to be at Old Trafford.
Yes, I'm going to be at Old Trafford, courtesy of NairaBET, and it's going to be a tough game. I mean, looking at the league table as we speak today, Newcastle is actually above Manchester United on the league table, and that could be a surprise to many. They've done what they haven't done since early last year, when they ended up finishing last season or season before last 5th on the table. They've won 4 games on the bounce. 2 of those victories were taking care of Chelsea at home and Spurs away, which were notable victories. They dealt with Norwich as well, and they beat a very hard-fighting West Brom. Brought from Albion with a couple of decent goals, at St. James Park. So I tell you what, they'll be coming in, Alan Pardew will be coming into that game full of confidence. He's got his players playing for him, the likes of Coloccini and Johan Kabaya, who were like wanting away at the beginning of the season. They're playing. He's also got a joker in the pack, Ishola Umwebe, who can worry any defense. I mean, we're always questioning why Stephen Keshi, could pick Umwebe. One, because he never really wants to play for Nigeria, and 2, he's getting on the years. He's 32 now. But I tell you what, he does a shift in the game. He worries defenders up park. He defends at set pieces, and he's quite nimble on the ball. There's this old cliche that he's quite skillful for a big man.
Okay. Arsenal are still on top. A lot of people are still surprised that they're still remaining at the top. Everton is playing brilliantly under the new manager. At Emirates this weekend, it's not going to be easy for either team.
It's not going to be easy for either team, but what can I say about Arsenal? I've had a good long look at Arsenal. Apart from their fans who, are very excitable, they're not going to thank me for saying that, but it's true. Arsenal is doing everything right. I think among all the top teams in the Premiership, they have the most settled squad. Wenger did what he's never done before. He went out and spent good money. But that in itself is not the reason why Arsenal is where they are. He did something that he hasn't done over the last 5 or 6 seasons. He didn't let one of his top performers go. What he did was he improved the squad by bringing in Mesut Ozil, and then he brought in Flamini for free. Flamini was a player I liked immensely when he was his first stint in Arsenal, and I feel that was one of Wenger's biggest mistakes, letting him go to AC Milan for whatever reason. Pay the lad what he wants. Unfortunately, he went to AC Milan, didn't work out for him. He's back, and he's doing a great job. Look at that excellent goal that he scored. Midweek against who was it again? Against Cardiff. Fantastic goal and so I think everything's gelling for Arsenal. And I tell you what, if they can maintain the momentum, if they can maintain that consistency come January, hey, they might be favourites for the title.
You see them beating Everton?
It's going to be tough. Everton is a team that retains the obdurateness, the defensive consistency of a David Moyes team. But Martinez has brought in that fluency, that European elan that he had with Wigan. So he's married those two, and they have some really decent players. Lukaku, who knows, maybe that's Mourinho's secret weapon, farmed out to destroy them. So maybe Mourinho is going to place a call to Lukaku, say, hey boy, if you want to come back to Chelsea, score a couple of goals against Arsenal. So it's going to be a tough game. I don't know. It's that one assist was maybe a score draw.
Liverpool lost last weekend. They hope to bounce back and beat West Ham at Anfield.
Liverpool's loss to Hull was surprising to everybody. Everybody, all the bookies and the pundits had given that game to Liverpool. But I tell you what, they miss Daniel Sturridge. You know, this was a young lad who started off with his career with Manchester City, moved on to Chelsea. It wasn't someone that was seen as, a bit impetuous, but he settled down, and right now, I tell you what, he's an international class. They're going to miss him out for about 6 weeks. Suarez is going to have to carry the load on that, and Liverpool are finding that their squad is a bit threadbare. The likes of Sterling, and I'm sorry to say, Aaron Victor Moses. People, I was following the match on Twitter and everything. I tell you what, people are very unhappy. He missed a couple of easy chances, and even for Nigeria, he's not been playing too well. I think maybe, I don't know, they're suffering confidence issues or whatever. This is his time to shine in storage out, and he needs to do it. So Liverpool against West Ham. West Ham had a good result last weekend, and hopefully they want to continue. But I can't see past Liverpool at Anfield. I think Suarez will be back to scoring ways.
Chelsea are looking for some consistency, so is Man City. Chelsea is going to be away to Stoke, Man City is going to be away to Southampton. Let's start with Stoke-Chelsea.
Stoke-Chelsea. Stoke is the kind of team that Chelsea gobbles up for breakfast. They like playing against physical teams, and Chelsea basically, they can mix it up. They can play it short, they can play it long, and they have the players, the physical. If they want to go physical, bring on Dembaba or Torres. It depends. Or they have Eto'o if they want to be silky, and they have their array of wonderfully skilled midfielders: Hazard, Oscar, Mata. If Moreira decides to bring him out of the cold, so I can't really see. I can't see past Chelsea in that game. I know Stoke will give them a solid physical battle, but since Tony Pulis has moved on, they kind of lost their identity. Mark Hughes has tried to change their identity, but like every new coach in a new team, it's going to take him time to actually stamp his mark on the team.
Just like David Moyes is struggling at Man United.
Most definitely. In fact, funny enough, that's exactly what it's going to take time, and unfortunately, points are dropping.
Finally, Southampton, Adam, to Man City.
Southampton to Man City. Southampton has had a horrendous run of fixtures. A couple of weeks ago, they were beaten Arsenal in a game that they put in a good shift until the keeper Atoboro had a moment that you remember for the rest of his life and gifted a goal to Giroud. And then they took the lead against Chelsea last weekend, couldn't hold on, ended up losing 3-1. Now they have to face City this weekend again. I think back at St. Mary's, I think they'll I think they'll do much better. City don't travel well, although they've been buoyed by very, very what can I say, very, very impressive results at home. They're top scorers in the Premier League, and they have a goals difference of plus 25 so far. So I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good game, but maybe this is the time that Southampton turn their fortunes around, and maybe take advantage of City's travelling sickness and nick a win.
Despite the fact that City are scoring freely in the last couple of weeks.
Well, they have been, but City, they've lost 4 games, and all 4 games have been on them. So that in itself is that shows there are issues there, that you can score so freely and play so well at the Etihad, and then you go away and you draw it at the likes of Hull. I remember they drew goalless with Hull. They lost to Cardiff. Lost to Sunderland for the 4th year in a row. There's an issue here, and that means you're going away to the top. You lost to Chelsea. They lost to Chelsea in a game that they should actually have won. Another goalkeeping howler. So I'll tell you what, Southampton can actually seize on that, ruffle them up, keep the game tight, hold on to possession, frustrate them, and you never know, might be able to knock them out of their stride.
See you at Old Trafford.
I'll be there. Looking forward to it.